Philippians chapter 1 begins with Paul's heartfelt gratitude and love for the Philippian believers, stating, "I thank my God every time I remember you." This fulfills Psalm chapter 105:1, "Give thanks to the Lord, call on his name." Demonstrating thanksgiving's relevance in all circumstances, Paul shares how his imprisonment has advanced the gospel, and encourages the believers to stand firm in faith. God's heart desires us to remain grateful amidst challenges, united in spreading the gospel and living lives that glorify Christ in every situation. Philippians chapter 2 presents Jesus Christ as the ultimate example of humility and obedience, urging, in your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus. This fulfills Isaiah chapter 53:7, "He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth," as Jesus took on the nature of a servant and obeyed to the point of death. Paul reminds believers that Christ's humility glorified God, and he calls them to work out their salvation with fear and trembling, shining as lights in the world. God's heart desires us to emulate Christ's humility and obedience, living lives that glorify him through love and service. Philippians chapter 3 highlights Paul's boast in the surpassing worth of knowing Christ, declaring, "I consider everything a loss because of the surpassing worth of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord." This fulfills Jeremiah 9:24, "Let the one who boasts boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me," emphasizing knowing God as life's highest priority. Paul renounces his legalistic pride as rubbish and presses on toward Christ's goal, encouraging believers to emulate Christ's life. God's heart desires us to leave behind worldly accolades and focus solely on Christ, living for his glory and eternal purpose. Philippians chapter 4 urges believers to rejoice in the Lord, as Paul declares, "Rejoice in the Lord always." I will say it again, rejoice. This fulfills Psalm chapter 16:11, "You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence," highlighting true joy found in God. Paul teaches the Philippians to replace anxiety with prayer, experience God's peace, and discover the secret of contentment through their relationship with him. God's heart desires us to rejoice and rest in his peace in all circumstances, fostering love and care within the faith community.